So motivation, it's a feeling. It's powerful, but it's temporary. It comes and goes depending on results. You could have a string of losses, multiple weeks of losses, and the motivation can dip. High after a good session and low after a bad one. It can't be relied upon through tough periods. Waiting to feel motivated is a trap. And motivation follows action, not the other way around. Whereas discipline is a choice. It's consistent and reliable. It's not based on how you feel today. Discipline shows up regardless of form or confidence. It's the bridge that carries you through tough periods. Discipline is built by habits and commitment to your goals. This is what separates elite from average players. So, key point, don't wait to feel motivated. Act first. The motivation follows the action, not the other way round. Why tough periods happen and why that's okay. So, growth requires discomfort. We know this. To get better, we need to step out of our comfort zone. Every plateau is your body and brain consolidating before the next step. Struggle is the signal that you're growing. I always say this to my players when they say to me, Coach, it's too hard, it's too challenging. You don't get better throughout being challenged. You don't get better sitting inside your comfort zone. So the more you get used to being outside of that zone, in the long term, the more you will develop at a faster rate. Now, we spoke about this in the parents' calls last week. For the players, a plateau is basically a period of time where you feel you're not making any improvements or you're not developing. Every single player goes through these periods. So it is a tough period. But mentally understanding that it's your brain that's creating these pathways for you to develop, normally after a plateau, that is where the biggest surge in development takes place. So the brain needs a challenge. When training gets hard and uncomfortable, that is when the real learning happens. Easy sessions don't build champions. Easy matches don't develop good players. We always take lessons from our losses, boys and girls. The best players do anyway. So try to rewire or reframe difficult as something positive. The best way to see it is some people find problems, other people will find solutions. Is the glass half full? Is the glass half empty? It depends on your mentality. It depends on your mindset. It depends on your outlook. So performance is not linear. It's not one smooth direction upwards. Form goes up and down for every single player, including the best in the world. This is why when people look at Messi, he will be considered one of the greatest players to ever have played the game, because to be consistent at these levels is very, very difficult. You have world-class players who don't produce the numbers that he produces on a weekly, on a season basis. Sorry, and he's been doing this now for the best part of 2 decades. So it's how you respond to these tough periods that is going to define you as a player and as a person. Because remember, guys, eventually you will become adults, and what you're learning today will benefit you into your mental outlook on life once you become young adults, and you will be more mentally resilient because you have taken lessons from these tough periods in your lives. Character is built in the dark. The toughest periods produce the strongest players. The resilience you build now will carry you through your whole career and life, like what we just spoke about. So the key point here, if it was easy, it wouldn't build anything. Every tough period is preparing you for something better on the other side, guys.